Alright, boring background, check. Boring logo, check. Boring visuals, check. I think we're set up for a bad podcast. Yippee! Hey, it's Tartful, and welcome back to the Uninspired podcast. Or should I say, more so, welcome to the Uninspired podcast, re-inspired, technically speaking. But, yeah, I'm happy to be back at this. I hope you're all happy to be back at this, even though I know most of you don't really care, since, you know, most of you have only come to my channel for, one thing and one thing only, but, I won't hold that against you. I like that project too, and I'm more than excited to finally show it to the world, but right now I think it's good to just sit back, relax, and make a shitty podcast, and just enjoy life and what it has to offer in this monotonous podcast. Alright, well that's the boring intro out of the way. So tell me, how's your life? How are the kids? How's the family? Oh wait, you don't have a family. You're watching the Uninspired podcast. Yeah, I really can't think of anything to talk about. I guess I could just start by saying why I decided to completely redo the Uninspired podcast. Mainly because it had no, definitive schedule. Because even I said welcome back, and plus I had to do it. In fact, I was so passionate about it that I decided to put the 5.5 episode to say that the podcast is back into a Xeno's Curse teaser just to get people to click on it. That's pretty sad, but hey, what's done is done, and whatever it takes, you know? I mean, and to be fair, that video did pretty well too. Probably the most viewed out of all of the Uninspired podcast episodes. But yeah, this is episode 1 of simply just Uninspired. Yeah, this might just be more than a podcast. I might put a bunch of different things. You know, should I show my face one day? Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Back to what I was talking about. Some of you might be wondering, why would you decide to do this again? And when you've literally figured out that nobody watches it, and the only time you had to watch it was in a Xeno's Curse teaser. But the main reason why I did that, the main reason why I'm doing this again, is because this is something that I like. Sure, I'm putting stuff that you like on here. So now I think it's my turn, because this is my channel, I think it's my turn to put something that I like. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like Xeno's Curse, but I think it gets a little bit boring at times, you know, being the only thing that, you know, people actually know me for. Because I've said it on multiple occasions, but it is going to end one day, so I do want something else to do with this channel, because I don't want it to just die, you know what I mean? I mean, I have no problem with making Xeno's Curse. I haven't just completely started to, I hate this project because it's the only thing that gets views on my channel. Even those views have been taking recently, so... And I don't really care all that much, because, you know, I already know that my channel isn't gonna get big. It's never gonna get big. Like, come on, my name is literally Cartpole. So... Plus, I learned that, I mean, I've known this the whole time, because I looked up my channel. Apparently there's a simulation game, I think it is, that's called Cartpole. So yeah, even my name is uninspired to some degree. I guess everything's just connected in some way. Everything's uninspired. I might as well change the name of my channel to Uninspired. Maybe I'll make another channel for the Uninspired podcast. Because, I mean, variety channels, they're very rare, you know? I mean, well, it's very rare to see a big variety channel, you know what I mean? Because, like, there are some variety channels that are big, obviously. You know, the big guys, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, you know, all those guys, but, come on. One little teeny weeny carpool, you know, just this guy coming out of nowhere just with a podcast, you know, that's probably only gonna get like 50 views. I don't really care all that much, because this is something that I want to do, you know? And if I'm enjoying it, I don't care what others think, you know? Hell, people could just start straight up hating on the podcast, and I would still do it, because, you know what? I love it. I enjoy it, and if I enjoy it, no one cares. If it's something you like, and it's not hurting anyone, you should go for it. Because if it's something that makes you happy, and it doesn't really, you know, infringe on other people, there's nothing wrong with it. And you should not let anybody change your mind on that. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to die on this planet. We're all going to die one day. So you might as well enjoy it, even if others don't. Who cares? Just do what makes you happy. So, yeah, that's the whole reason why I'm doing this again. Yeah, and I do like the theme that I've come up with this podcast. I mean, it's literally called Uninspired, so obviously everything should be more of a monotonous looking tone. And that's why I chose, like, the backdrop. The backdrop is actually something called a Levittown. It was from the, you know, the old, like, the mid-1900s, where it was like, well, early to mid-1900s, where, you know, when, you know, the nuclear family was the thing, and everybody kind of had to live by the same rules. You know, it was the time when, you know, basically you went up to a random woman and just said, hey, be my wife. No, please, no, please, no, please, no, please. Fine. And then you get married, live for 60 years, have children, grandchildren, and then you die. You know, we're not living like that anymore, but thank God. But, so, yeah, for Uninspired, I wanted it to be monotonous. So, yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying about what a Levittown is. Basically, a Levittown was the embodiment of monotonous, I guess you could say. Everything looked the same. It was like every single person on the street. It was like a white picket fence house with like either an office worker or a blue-collar man. You know, a man doing all the money, the stay-at-home mom, the brother, the sister, maybe the dog, maybe, obviously, like, you know, a Snoopy, golden retriever, something like that. You know, and their name was like either Sparky, Max, you know, the usual. No, now we got everything. Yeah, that's why I called it that, because Uninspired, everything's the same, you know, and you're not special, you came out of nowhere, and you're following the program. And you know what? The difference with this is that I enjoy this podcast, so I'm enjoying doing what everyone else is doing. I mean, I'm not doing it because everyone else is doing it. I mean, let's be honest, podcasts have been absolutely, you know, milked to the ground, like every other YouTuber's doing a podcast. So I decided, hey, why not make a podcast of my own? Because I'm enjoying this podcast, and though, considering that I've grown as a person, I'd probably be one of those people that would just, like, cringe if I see, you know, some of my older videos. But you know what, at the same time, as a lot of people say, you know, if you cringe at yourself in the past, that means you've grown as a person, and I think it's true. It is true. I just realized I should probably slow down with my talking. Yeah, I've always just been a fast talker. This is basically... You know what, I might as well just turn this podcast into called... into cult. I might as well just turn this podcast into Yap Fest. Remember that episode? A little throwback that no one remembers. But, hey, I know it. I don't care. My podcast, my rules. Maybe I'll have other people on the podcast, since, it's probably going to get boring, hearing just me. Oh, maybe it could be kind of like a nuclear family. We got me, we got a woman, and we got 2 people that act like children. No, that sounds kind of weird when I put it that way. Yeah, that sounds really weird when I put it that way for some reason. I don't know. But, yeah, most likely more people will come on the podcast. Anyway, next thing to talk about. What I'm doing right now. Currently, I don't even have a microphone, so that's why my audio is kind of, and the microphone on my computer is arguably worse than this one, so that's why I'm not on my computer doing this. Yeah, I just have my tablet right next to me. I'm currently laying down, just, looking at the ceiling, just getting everything off my mind like it's some damn therapy session. I'm enjoying it, currently. I'm just living my best life. The best life I can live right now. It's a school night currently. I have school tomorrow, so I'm just yapping into my microphone, well, my tablet's microphone, trying to pass the time since I decided, hey, let's pass the time, making an episode for Uninspired, since it's been a while since I did one of those. I've enjoyed it. Yeah, I've loved doing the Uninspired podcast, and I'm happy that I'm doing it again. But yeah, I am gonna try to make the episodes longer. I'm gonna try to, make a list, multiple things to talk about, and yeah, it should be a fun time. But for now, let's just enjoy the podcast while we still can. Let's just enjoy our time together, because it's not gonna be forever. Next thing to talk about. I guess since it's now the school season, I guess I can talk about, school and stuff. So, yeah, my school's alright. A couple of hiccups so far already. 2, actually. Basically what happened, my school got a gun threat. 2 gun threats, actually. Both on 2 different weeks on the same day, a Tuesday. Which was, that wasn't very fun. I think the first one was meant to be like a joke. That's not funny. I don't know what else to say to that, because, that's not funny. Haha, so funny. Not. And another incident happened, that same day, because the police were there, and yeah, this one kid was dragged out of the school saying F the police or something. Yeah, that was really, yeah, I did not feel safe that day. Obviously it's over now, so I'm over it. But the same day, it happened again, and this time, it was while I was going to my school, and, they wouldn't let anyone in, because the fire alarm was going off, and the fire department and the police went to my school. It was ridiculous. I just didn't go to school that day, because I wasn't dealing with that. I was not putting up with that. And on last Thursday, I learned that another school district that's near my school district was also threatened with gun violence. Like, what the hell is happening? Like, is every school just getting threatened now? Like, people realize that these things are not to be joked about. Like, they are very serious, and a lot of people have literally died from them. So, you shouldn't, make a joke about that kind of stuff. But unfortunately, a lot of idiots do. Which is ridiculous. Ridiculous? What the fuck? Which is ridiculous. But, yeah. I guess there's nothing you can do to stop it. Well, I mean, maybe there is, but whatever it is, people clearly don't use it. That was weird. My bad, something just went on at my door. I was just listening to see what it was. This is probably my dog ready to go to bed, so I'm probably gonna wrap this up in like a few minutes, but, yeah. Next on the list, outside of school things have also been going good for me. I lost, 20 pounds in the last, 2 months. 2 or 3 months. So, that's good. And I'm happy with that, because, I want to be skinny. I like being skinny. Skinny's fun. It's nice to be able, when you go in the shower, it's nice to be able to see your... You know what, I'm not finishing that. But, yeah. There's nothing else really on my end to talk about, so I might as well just wrap the There's nothing else to talk about on my end, so I think I'm just gonna wrap up the podcast now. So, thanks for listening, even though I'm sure probably nobody listened. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.